Yeah, when he really gets into his stride, there is a phenomenal talent there. You do imagine. Okay, 5 games then without defeat for the Reds as we get towards the end of the year. Another good afternoon for Arne Slot to follow up on what we saw in midweek in Milan. What's he made of it all? Let's find out. He's inside, speaking with Pete.
Well, congratulations, boss. You must be delighted with that today.
Yeah, for so many reasons, but maybe mainly because we've had to play so many games in such a short period of time. Mainly the same players, not constantly, because I could rotate a little bit, but emphasizing on a little bit because there weren't many players available. So that these players played the 4 games in 10 days was really hard for them. And then with maybe 1 day extra rest and then play Brighton, which is a very good team, very good in ball possession. So you need to be on top of your game, especially without the ball. Otherwise, they're so comfortable to play through you. So that they could do this one more time after such a tough period cost them a lot of energy, as you could see, because not all of them could finish the 90 minutes. But the mentality of the team was that good that we were able to win it.
Another point that you've emphasised is to score first. How good was that to get the goal as early as you did today?
Yeah, very positive, because it's always helpful to go with a 1-0 lead, because a few times we have to experience how it is to go 1 goal down from the start. I think there were a few things that helped us today. So no referee decisions going against us, just a neutral referee game. No a positive set piece balance, where so many games where we've dropped points we conceded 1. Today we scored 1. So these things are so helpful if you want to have a result, because in a game which is a low scoring game, decisions go against you, or conceding a set piece have a big impact on the result of a game, not on the performance but mainly on the result.
Tell us about Hugo Ekitike, and I know you don't ever like to single out players, but in terms of how well he's adapted to the Premier League, he's got all kinds of different finishes and range. He almost looks like he was born to play in this league.
Yeah, but what I mainly see is people are focusing on his goals. That is very important, by the way, because I just said it's a low-scoring sport, so goals are very important. But I also see a different thing where he gets better and better. He gets stronger and stronger. So it's getting more and more difficult for the other players, other teams to get him off the ball. He's getting more and more energy to keep on running with and without the ball. And he's not the only one where I see this with. Many of the players we've brought in this summer that had to adapt to the Premier League, or had to adapt to Premier League and Champions League, are improving in terms of football, but definitely also in terms of intensity and fitness wise. And we always knew this, but it's nice that everybody sees this now as well, that some players do need a bit of time to adapt to this crazy intensity and this crazy amount of games at the highest level.
Resilience as well. You did enough to win the game at Leeds from an attacking perspective. It was so cruel, but the way you respond in Milan, the way you respond today must be great news for you, the way you saw your lads respond today.
Yeah. But not only lads, I think the fans were, like they were in Milan, helpful today again as well. The boys put in a performance that it's also easier maybe for fans to help them if they see they're fighting and they try everything and play good football in between, by the way, as well. But I think it was again a combination of things that the fans helped us. The players were at it, on it, if that's the way to say it. And as a result of that, we were a bit lucky today, let's be honest, because we've played many games in many weeks and months maybe. We had no luck at all, where we sometimes conceded 3 goals without giving a chance away. This would sound strange, but I mean what I say. And today we conceded actually quite a lot, but we were lucky that they didn't score, and that means 5 games unbeaten, 5 out of the 5 games 3 clean sheets, and that's something to build on.
Just finally, a week's not break, but a week's break between games now, and obviously that has an impact today. Dom looks like he's struggling. Joe obviously comes off after a great assist as well. Do you know anything about their conditions at the minute?
I have a player who goes off with a muscle injury like Joe. That's normally not a positive thing. I would not expect him to be in the squad next week, but yeah, sometimes you get a positive surprise. People now maybe understand a bit better why I was always so cautious not to play him so many games, where I assume many people thought, if you have a defender, if you have a right fullback, why don't you play him? And Dom, it was his ankle. Didn't do great when I just saw him, but he has unbelievable mentality. So let's hope for the best. The good thing is that Conor Bradley comes back from a suspension, and normally Jeremy Frimpong will train with us again also, but we're also going to miss Mo because he's going to go to the African Cup of Nations.
Well done today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
You do think that if ever a player was going to bounce back from rolling his ankle, it would be Dominic Szoboszlai. He feels like the kind of guy who's pretty resilient, pretty hardy, but we'll wait and see what happens over the course of the next week. Joe Gomez, it sounds like he's going to be out, and that is a blow. We touched on that a little bit earlier. But he makes a fair point, the manager, explaining the justification why sometimes he didn't put him in when others were clamouring, including the likes of us post-match, to give Joe perhaps more minutes. There's a reason behind it sometimes.
Yeah, there is. And you look at Joe, sometimes you worry for him because of the muscle injuries and you worry for him. I remember it's down at Plymouth when you chased the first ball and I went, oh, he's gone. And this is after about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You just know and you fear for him. So when you've always got that doubt in you, it's hard to sort of really express yourself. But it's great to hear from the bosses. Look, everybody wants him to play and they're saying, Joe's got a great option. But he's got to be very, very delicate with how many games he gets. Dominic, I would like to think you roll your ankle, it'll be swelling, it'll be sore. You get to probably Wednesday, it'll be going down. Ice treatment and rest. He'll be ready to go, I'm quite sure, by next weekend.
He said there about the chances conceded today, and we touched on that a little bit earlier. Brighton, decent time, had some good opportunities. There was a couple of balls flashed across the box, the one that Diego Gomez missed at the back post. They are big moments in a game, and in our run we've just had, they're probably things that perhaps would have gone against us. We've actually turned a corner now and a few things are falling our way. You have to have that bounce of the ball at times against good teams.
But we could say that the same about the chances that we had that didn't quite go in. I thought we had better chances, if you like, than certainly than Brighton did. There was the one where McTominay done a little 1-2 and he went through and it just went wide, and the other one that came across, Big Ibu done enough just to put the attacker off at the back post. Yeah, but they were the ones. That aside, I don't remember Ali jumping from one side of the goal to the other making saves. But what I like about the manager is he's no different when we're losing to when we're winning. There's such a balanced approach to what he says. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. He just comes out and tells you how he's seen it in a particular game, and that's what I like about him. There's an honesty about what he says as well. And today he'll be delighted. He'll be delighted with the efforts. Coming back on Wednesday from Inter, and then having a few days training, and then getting themselves up for a big game like this, and to back it up with another victory and another clean sheet.
He's telling people as it is. We've played better than today, particularly the Manchester United match, because you get beat. Certainly the Manchester, not because who it was against, but because you lose the game, it's all bad. Yeah. Everything's wrong. It's not always bad. Even the Leeds game and the Sunderland, the games we should have won. And it's nice to hear the manager saying it, and for the fans to listen when you've had a win, so that you're not moaning.
Yeah, that is something that's good. And I guess that's the thing, is that sometimes we get bogged down in the results. We can't see through the frustration of conceding the goals late on at Ellen Road. We look at the result, but actually when you dig into it, he's right. We didn't concede a lot of chances until they kind of went ahead the first time. He has to look at it like that. Supporters on the sidelines, us on the sidelines, we don't have that kind of... What's that the word I'm looking for? Perspective. Yeah. Gentlemen, that's it from us for today. It's been an absolute joy. Matchday Live returns in a week's time. The next game for the first team, because they've got no midweek match, is that game down at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs had been struggling at home. They've won a couple of games there in front of their fans, but can the Reds pile some pressure on with a good start and ask some questions of Thomas Frank's side? That is a 4:15 start. The game kicks off at 5:30. You're here at Anfield, job done for the Reds. A really impressive performance, a clean sheet, 3 points, and now just one more Matchday Live until Christmas. Can you believe it? Thanks to the boys. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.